Hello, hello, hello. It's Wednesday. It is Wednesday, and how would you like to save yourself some time and some energy working smarter and not harder? We're going to talk about that today. Today's Wednesday, and this is your time at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Here, my name is Yvette Garel, and if you're going to be joining me live, let me know where you're joining from. And if you're going to be watching the replay, also let me know where you're watching from because today we want to talk about one simple strategy, one simple thing that you can do to help you work smarter and not harder. Save yourself some time and some energy and some frustration and do a good job at what you're doing. My little friend is over there kind of frightening me. Okay, so if we have not met before, my name is Yvette Guerrero, as I said before, and I come to you in this community Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And on Monday, we talk about personal development. We talk about ourselves. We talk about how we can help ourselves and do better for ourselves so we can help others to do better as well and to grow and to become a better version of themselves. And so today we talk social media strategies and on Friday as well. Now, so if you're a network marketer, a social seller, direct salesperson, a home-based business owner, anyone that wants to market their business online, especially using doing it through social media, you might want to listen up because this is a very, very useful tip and might be underutilized as well. Because you know how it is. We want to do everything all the time. We want to start new. We want to always have it fresh and inviting. But I'm gonna share with you one particular tip that I have used sometimes, and it is fresh and inviting. Okay, are you ready? I know some of you probably been doing it already, and kudos to you if you have been doing it. For those of you who have not been doing it, this is a time to start because we're busy. Social media is busy. We have things to do. We got a busy DMO, right? And so we want to not become frustrated or overwhelmed, but we want to get things done. We want to be productive. All right. So, who is ready? Get your pen and pencil because this is something that you can do starting today. Now, we are talking about repurposing your content. Repurposing your content. Repurposing. So, repurposing. You know, when we put content on social media, we put it out there intentionally, right? We put that for a purpose. But when we talk about repurposing the content, we want to be able to use it more than once. Yes, use it over and over again. And we want to be even more specific by using one piece to create many pieces. Now that's working smarter and not harder. So today we're going to talk about how you can actually, use one piece of content, a very popular piece that you might have posted and you got a lot of comments, you got a lot of likes, you got a lot, and even shares. Oh, something is going on here. You got shares, and then, people resonated with that in your audience, and how you can use that and share it again and share it again and share it again on different platforms as well. Let's talk about repurposing one piece of content, reusing any word you want to use, reusing that piece of content and putting it on several different platforms and how you can make it be fresh and inviting. You love that? Yes. All right. So let's start. Now, I don't know which niche market you're in. But let's say, for example, you are in, let's find a popular one. Oh, a popular niche market is going to be, let's talk about the ones that are not so popular. Maybe that we not hear about. We hear about health and wellness all the time. Let's talk about travel or credit counseling or insurance or something like that. So, whichever your niche market is. Not saying anything about health and wellness, just rolls off because it's just about how life is all about being healthy, right? So we're always looking for those things to make us healthy. Say, for example, you posted say in the last 3 months, you made a post on your in your niche or on your page, and man, people loved it. They loved it. They loved it. You get a lot of comments, you get a lot of shares, you get a lot of emojis, you get a lot of likes. People loved it, and you were happy. It made you feel good, right? Made you feel good. So I want you to go and grab that piece of content. Yes, go search for it. Go dig down in Facebook. And PSA, let me give you an idea. I mean, let me give you a warning when it comes down to posts. You want to create files. If you haven't been using Google Docs, this is to the side. If you haven't been using Google Docs, Google Sheets, or having a safe place where you can save your work so that you don't have to. Can you imagine if you've been posting on Facebook for the last 10 years? Huh. Go find that. Go figure. Go figure and go find the piece of content. So it's easier if you have files, electronic files, or whatever, how you want to do it, and set this up maybe by date order or by subject order, and set it up so that you can find your files in Excel. It doesn't matter, but set it up, because that alone, that alone will help you not to become overwhelmed. I can tell you that I've already went down that street. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know I posted this some time ago and I've been looking, gotta scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Gotta do a lot of scroll. I did find it, but took me a while in Facebook. So I had to get smart. I had to create files in Google Docs and start storing my work there. So it's easier to find. And of course, it's safer. So that's beside the point, but that's a good tip. Okay. Now, so you have found that post, whatever it is, you have written something, maybe you did a selfie and made a comment, or you had a live video, or you shared something, whatever it is, grab that post, click on it, make sure it gets it opens up, or it opens get larger, and you can grab the link up top in the URL bar, or you can maybe screenshot the post, however you want to grab. It doesn't matter, just get that post. Okay, now let's get to work. Now, say for example it was a written post and you have a nice selfie beside it. I don't know what you wrote about, but let's say you wrote about how to keep your credit score above 800, okay? Or how to travel like a rock star, okay? Or how to what to take into consideration when trying to find the right insurance company, whatever it is, okay? You had that. You had that, and you had a selfie assigned to that. You had a couple of points, maybe not a very long post, but you gave some value. You whatever you had there, people liked it, and they gave you a lot of comments, and they shared it with other folks, or they gave you a lot of emoji, the loves, and so on and so forth. That's a post I want you to get. I want you to look at what you wrote. Okay. So say you wrote down that um, I have visited 10 travel destination and you shared your experiences for 5, and you talked about a couple of things, and you talked about how your industry allows you to travel, plan your own travel, and to negotiate your own travel, the things you want to do, right off the bat, and whatever. But you have a love story, right, around your travel. Or so you gave tips how to keep your credit score above 800, and many of us strive to have that and keep it, right? When you get it, you want to keep it, your credit score. That's something I want to talk about one day, because that's so important, to watch how your scores are, getting a decreasing, and when they go up, and what to do, and so on and so forth. Not to take it away from the credit counseling folks, but sometimes people in our space, they don't go out and search for the information. You got to bring it. Okay, so you had that post. All right, now you can say for example you gave 5 tips or 5 steps, 5 simple steps to maintain your credit score above 800, or 5 simple tips that to bear in mind when traveling internationally, right? You have those 5 tips now. Which and you put, and there's a picture beside it of yourself or of something else, whatever it is. Now, how are we going to repurpose that? Now, 1, you have 5 tips. Grab 1 and expand on that. Grab one tip and expand on that. So, for example, if the first tip was if you're traveling internationally, say that is travel. Now, if say you're traveling internationally, you want to first of all you want to check your passport expiry date, right? Because a lot of times people book trips and whatever, oops, my passport expired. So that's something, whether you're traveling internationally or not. But if you travel domestically in the United States, of course, you can use your driver's license. But internationally, will require a passport. So, and your first tip was check the expiration date, or you're going to give them reminders. You grab that one tip, you build upon it. Okay, maybe you want to give an example, or maybe you want to share an experience that somebody that didn't check and they got to the airport and they didn't get on the plane. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you're in credit counseling and you're giving those 5 tips, you already gave those 5 tips 3 months ago on how to keep your credit over 800. Grab the first tip, pay your bills on time, or pay it on the due date, not on the statement date, not the due date, right? Whatever that tip is. Now you're going to expound on that. Put on some more meat to that bone. Maybe you want to change a picture or you change a selfie, just like in travel, and you put that out there. That's fresh. That's brand new, using that one post. And we're not done yet because you have 5 more pieces of content to do. You don't have to do them all at once. So let's continue with the number 1. We're just going to work number 1 today. You get the idea, then you can go ahead and work the rest of the 4. So you already posted number 1. Say you posted number 1 on Facebook, on the news feed, huh? Now, or on your personal page. What about your stories? Throw it up in there, huh? Maybe with a different picture. Maybe you change some words, but the same idea, right? You put up in stories. Okay, let's go. Keep going. You get over there in Instagram. If you post on Instagram, you throw it up there in your posts and in your stories. You change maybe some of the words. You change the picture, or you change how you look. Maybe you have a hat on, or you take your hat off. Maybe you want to get look really sexy, and maybe some pose or whatever it is. Then you set that one up for your reel. You do your reels, huh? Working smarter, not harder, using one piece of one piece of content, one simple parts of the one piece of content, and you're gonna spread it all over. Now you can take it over to TikTok, wherever you want to take it, and so you spread over. Then you could still use that one piece, that one step, and you could write something out. Maybe for those of us who do email marketing, you set that up in an email and you send it out to your audience, to your people who you have in your email listing, right? Or you can put it out there on your personal page and invite people to come over and over to your email listing, or follow you and to get the other 4 tips. And you could set up for folks who want to get the other 4 tips. You got a special night when you said, okay, I'll be doing a Facebook Live this particular night to share the rest of the 4 tips. If you want to keep your credit score above 800, you don't want to miss this, because I'm sure all of us want to keep our credit score above 800, or at least in the 700, 800 mark. We want to keep it high because your credit is so important in this country, right? So you might want to have a special night when you share the rest of the 4 tips with folks. And if that resonates with them, then you want to invite them to come back for more. Remember, now you change up maybe the wording, maybe you change up the picture. So it doesn't have to be you, but it could be as maybe a building, or maybe, but it's nicer when it's you. Okay. And then you do that Facebook Live for your audience. That's your little bonus. And then if people want to talk about that, then you get them over in Messenger, huh? Or you can open Messenger room. You can have a little chit chat. People want to dive deeper, we get them in Zoom, something. But we have to think about how smarter we can work these days, because if we're so busy, so in order for us to get our work done, sometimes it's challenging and things come in between and your DMO gets shot and you got to be like, oh, I got to get to work. I don't know about you, that happened to me sometimes, especially when the grandbabies get sick and my children are calling, mommy, can you check on somebody, or can you meet me somewhere, or can you go to the school or something like that? You got to take care of the family, right? You got to help out, and if it's an emergency, you want to grab that as well. So gotta have time in the DMO where we can compensate for lost time. And that's another thing. Always have flex time in your DMO. That way, if you have to do something different at a time when you should be, then you can come back. Right now, we are talking about working smarter, not harder. I hope you get the gist. Using a popular post that you might have posted 3 months ago, go find it. And if whatever you talked about in that post, go back and sit down and flush it out. Find at least minimum 3 points you can find from that post and talk about it. Even one word, grab a word and expound on it. Maybe that's relevant to your industry, that's relevant to your network marketing or your direct sales marketing or your home base, whatever it is. Even if you have a brick and mortar store, huh? Yeah, talk about it. But we pretty much focus on marketing online. However, a lot of folks have dual. They got brick and mortar, they have online. Remember now that they all are important. So, can you see how that might help you in your marketing here online? Can you see how that might help you? Because sometimes to develop the content, you'll be like, oh, I don't even know what to write. I don't even know what to say. Go back and grab something that you already have. Refurbish, you know the word refurbish? Refurbish that, but repurpose that. Set it up. Put twist on it, you talk about twist. My mind goes back to the bartender, they what they call a mixology or whatever, when they mix all these drinks and you see they put in this and then they shake and go back and grab it and repurpose it. You spread it out, one piece. Now, what if you do that to 10 pieces? How many posts do you have right there? And I'm not done. So if you're in blogging, you could use that one piece and write a blog, short blog, put an experience with it and put it out there. Listen to me, my friends. There's so many ways to do this thing. So I don't want anybody to out there be like, oh, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to post. Oh, we talk about all these things. I don't, they put their hand up in the air and be like, oh, I just can't bother. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's simple. It's not easy sometimes, but it's simple. And so we overreact and we overthink it sometimes, and then it becomes so hard. All right, now you got something to go work on. On Friday, we're going to put some more meat to that bone. We're going to remember now that one piece of content that we said we had 5 tips that we had given, and we just pulled out one. And we are going to use it and spread it across the different platforms that you post on, right? But we're going to, each post should have a little difference. You can tweak it, maybe a different picture, a different image, whatever, different something. Tweak it, make it different, but has the same intention, same effect across the board, same intention. I want you to come after this post and let me know how that works out for you. Okay. Now, remember to go ahead and follow me here at Yvette Guerrero Online for more tips, and as well as go ahead and go to my website. We have a lot of digital tools there that you probably can make use of. And of course, as always, I will drop a link in the comment where you can get ideas. Go ahead and invest a small amount in yourself for a large amount. The price is what you pay, but value is what you get. I will see you on Friday when we're going to talk more about working smarter and not harder. See you then. Bye bye.